grows out of the sea. You're gonna need somebody like me. When your brother's got blood in the streets, you better call somebody like me. I was made in the shadows, where the light ain't allowed to go. When the line gets a little blurry, you're gonna need somebody like me. Better call somebody like me, 'cause you want somebody like me. When the lines get a little blurry, gonna need somebody like me.
Welcome back to my channel. Today we will do a segment I call Tales from Security. If you work in the security field and have a story to share, send it to baisunwukong@gmail.com. Be sure to let me know if you want me to share your name. If you like these true stories, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Right now, as I rebuild the channel, we only post 1 or 2 times a month.
Hey monkey man, why don't you show your face anymore?
Thank you for the question. Many of my clients, companies I represent, and my family have asked that I not show my actual face anymore, as when I posted as my true self on the channel Georgia Security, it caused issues for some of my more well-known clients, and my family was threatened a few times. It got so bad once someone called the police and said I was holding my wife hostage at gunpoint. They pounded on my front door and said police. They did not run code, so no light or sirens. They parked 4 houses down, so my camera system did not show their patrol car. They were all blacked out, so I could not see police on their backs. Family went to our safe space. I vested up, dropped my underwear, grabbed my shield and gun belt. Called 911, said that I had 2 fake cops trespassing, gave my information, then went outside through the back door, circled around them, and well, they were shocked to see, even with my pistol holstered and my ballistic shield lowered, I still had a big gun, if you get my hint. All of the reviews are from current employees and/or their client statements from online or in-person interviews.
This one time at a party, I was standing guard near the hallway to the restrooms. I hear someone yell, "Wrong restroom." When I get there, I find a woman looking at a man. As he zipped up, I heard her say, "My dad's is bigger."
Money and power? I was getting ready to lock up an event center after a wedding and reception. I made sure no one was left in the building. Went to the camera room. I saw the father of the bride with his wife at their limo and 2 others next to the trash dumpster. I zoomed in and saw a guy pulling at a woman's dress. I hit the panic button on the camera console, then rushed out of the building towards the dumpster. I yelled, "What are you doing?" The guy told me to mind my own business. When I got there, I saw a drunk woman on the ground. I told the guy to stop. He told me it is all right, this is his girlfriend, and they just want to relax after the wedding. I tried to address the woman, but she was too drunk to respond. I told the man to stand up and move away from the woman. He offered me $500 to walk away. I told him again to move away, or I will be forced to use force. He slapped the woman, saying this was her fault. During this time, the limo pulled up behind me, and the father of the bride asked, "Son, are you finished?" I asked, "Is he your son?" The father said yes. He and his date were just going to have a little fun before they left. I told the son and his father, "This is your only chance. Get in the car and leave the property." The son stood up and tried to drag the woman to the car. I told him to let go of the woman. He said he can't just leave her. Someone might do bad things to her. I forced him to let go of her arm. He told me, "I don't know who I am messing with," as he took a swing at me. I ducked and pulled my baton out. I swung it at his thigh. As it made contact, I could hear the crack of his bone. He tried to deflect the baton using his arm. As he screamed in pain, I put him on the ground and began handcuffing him. The father then got out and said I was making a huge mistake. The father was some big lawyer and he was going to sue me. During this time, the police rolled up and asked what was going on. I let the officer know I have an attempted special assault, battery, bribery, and intimidation. I gave my sworn statement access to the camera footage. The police arrested the father and son. We then turned all of our attention on the female. Turns out she was the bride's younger sister, so they got more charges.
Fired for blowing a whistle. Working at a weekend school as the traffic director during afternoon carpool, all was going well. We got all of the cones in place, stationed the teachers and the helpers at their designated spots. We had about 20 cars in the pickup lane. About 7 minutes in a convertible came speeding in. The driver hit the first speed bump and dropped their phone. They did not slow down at all. One of the name takers also saw this and began moving towards me. With the driver bending down and the foot on the gas pedal, I yelled, "Stop!" The car started veering towards the name taker. I placed the whistle in my mouth while running towards the name taker, grabbed her, spun around so my back was facing the car, and jumped up to lessen the impact. I then blew the whistle about 5 times as the car struck me and another car. Just after I made sure the name taker was fine, scared but otherwise unharmed, the principal came out to see what happened. As I was laying on the hood of the car on the phone with 911 dispatch calling for police and 2 ambulances, I was informed my services were no longer needed at the site. I looked at her and asked, "Why is that?" She told me it was because I was the one that caused the accident by blowing the whistle, which caused the driver to panic, thus speeding up and hitting another car. I was then told to leave the property or be removed by force. At this time, I let her know I could not leave the property or even move, as I had a broken arm and broken leg. A bunch of yelling, saying I was faking, did this just to get money, the driver and school were going to sue me. Blah, blah, blah. The police pulled up along with the first ambulance. The principal in up to the demanding I be trespassed and taken to jail. I just called the officer over to me, handed him my body camera, let him know our company has cloud storage as well. Then the EMTs did their job by getting me the help I needed before the adrenaline rush ended, and I started to feel the pain.
I have a HOA contract that I use to test people I train before they can graduate from my course. On this night, I had 2 trainees wanting to get real training and be able to get a blue card to show they are certified to work armed security. Their job was simple traffic control and direct guests to the tennis workshop or to the private fundraiser party. Chris, a former Marine, and Sal Spelt, SAL, a former Army E4 with only 4 years of service, arrived from another company to work as doorman for the fundraiser. At this time, I did not know my 2 trainees also worked for this other company. About an hour into the shift, Sal came out and told my trainees to take a break and get some food. Thinking he was told to give us food from the fundraiser host, I gave them permission to go inside. I called the Security Operations Center in the basement of the building to let all of my working staff know I was also going inside to eat. When I tried to enter, Sal told me guests only and pulled the door shut. I used my own key to open the door. Sal approached me and opened his suit jacket, flashing his gun at me. The host and his wife walked up to me, hugged me, and shook my hand for actually making my presence known at one of their events, as most of the time I am unable to attend myself. After the host walked away, I told Sal, "We will talk later." The host brought me a fruit plate and asked me to do a short speech. I spoke to the crowd, then excused myself to join my trainees in the back. While eating and asking the trainees questions to complete the training, Sal comes out and yells at the 2 trainees to get back to work, or he will get them fired. That was when one of the trainees asked, "If we do what he says, will we fail the test?" I asked, "Who is he to the both of you?" That was when I found out they work for the same company. I told the trainees, "You can ignore him. I will let other company's owner know you are in training and Sal is trying to get you to fail the exam." Sal did not like the fact that I was embarrassing him in front of his co-workers. He decided to confront me face to face. He tried to tell me he was in charge of the site and they have to listen to him. And in fact, I have to listen to him as well. This is when I told him I hold the contract for the whole subdivision and can have him removed for the entire site. He started yelling at me, and I told him in a flat tone to show me his blue card, or he will need to explain to Ariel why you cost his company their license and him a $10,000 fine, as they are currently on probation for having unlicensed armed personnel working at schools and at CIC, which just had an audit. He asked how I knew the owner. I let him know I trained him and his brother. He then said, no one is watching the parking lot, and I need to do my job. I let him know my workers inside the building are watching the cameras for the whole neighborhood. He demanded for me to let him in to see this. I said, not without showing me your blue card. He yelled, I am executive protection, not a security guard. I calmly said, you must be the reason the company is on probation. Flipping his jacket open and placing his hand on his gun, I said, you don't want to do that. At this time, one of the tennis coaches came through and said, what's up, Blade Master? I said, not much, coach. You done for the night? He said, no. This guy's yelling is disrupting the workshop. Please ask him to leave the property. Sal asked Coach, why did you call him Blade Master? Oh, he teaches bladed weapons tactics through the Army Combat Readiness Center in the Ground Safety Officer course. He then told Sal to look at my right hand. Sal took his hand off of his weapon, and I placed my knife back into its sheath. I then told Sal, since you disturbed the peace, placed your hand on your weapon, and are not carrying a blue card, I give you two choices. Place your weapon in your truck, and you can go back inside and work, or you can leave the property. He said I can't tell him what to do as he does not work for me. I called the police to file an armed trespasser report. Has his truck towed and notified the host to withhold paying the other company as they sent unlicensed guards. When the police arrived, they told Sal to go with them. He got his trespass paperwork and then was notified his vehicle, which was parked in a security-only parking spot, was towed. The next day, the other owner called me and apologized, and asked for a written statement so he could fire Sal. I also got a call from Chiz saying that was the funniest crap he saw in a long time. The two trainees passed my course. One has his own company, and the other is still trying to get a blue card from his current company. Thanks for letting me share.
I want to thank you for watching. I hope you will come back when I have another video. Bye for now.